Hi, welcome to Dark Sky Pottery. I'm going to show you around today at the journey of a pot. So the first thing we need for making a pot obviously is some clay, and this I keep under here. I use a white clay for making hand-built things because it's got some grit in it. I have some earthenware for making things like flower pots. And then I have a very dark clay that I use for making a lot of things like espresso cups. So these are examples of what the different clays make. So the first clay I was talking about, which is a white clay, and it's good for hand building. So I've been making these pigs, and they'll be burnished and smoke fired, and they will eventually come out and look like that. This is an example of a flower pot that I make with the earthenware clay. And then this is the black earthstone clay. Again, shows the contrast with the different glaze and the black clay, which I like to leave bare at the bottom of the cup. So once I've got the clay out the bag, it needs to be wedged. This is to get the air out of the clay. So I do that in this area here because this is nice and strong, and I can whack the clay. It's really useful space to do that. And so then I will come over to the wheel here, and this is where I will throw a pot. Once a pot has been made, and it has to be absolutely bone dry, then it comes into the kiln, which is here. So we can get a fair few pots in here, and it fires really high, over 1,000 degrees. So each pot has to be fired twice. So the first time it fires is a bisque firing, and then you glaze it, and then it goes back in the kiln for a second firing, generally at a higher temperature. So I keep all the glazes in these cupboards here, and there are two different sorts of glazes that I use. So for the earthenware I use this very bright range of glazes. Glazes also don't come out exactly the colour when you're painting them on a pot. They don't come out that colour from the pot. You have to wait for the kiln to do its magic, and then they come out all the nice shiny colour. So what I've done is I've done a whole range of test tiles so that I can show people what the end product is going to be if they want to choose a different glaze colour. So these tiles are the end product. So as well as buying glazes, you can make your own, and that's what these sieves are for here. And I've got a range of different oxides and materials that I can use to make different coloured glazes as well. So this area of the pottery is where I do more detailed work, and I'm currently in the middle of making a whole range of cards. I used the white clay that I showed you earlier that I made the pigs and the stone with, because it dries fairly flat, and then you can mess around and make flowers. I've got flower things here, and then I would draw the stem in here. So this is the Dark Sky Pottery Shop, and this is the range of pottery that I do. So this is hand building stuff. So I've got, these are touchstones, pebbles, which I've burnished and fired and then waxed. And up here we've got some sheep, and this has also been burnished and smoke fired. It gives it the colour, so they've not had any glaze on that one. And then I do a range of cards. So this is the range of the dark clay, so espresso mugs, milk jugs, very large mugs, even little sugar pots you can have with a lid. And I've put them in so I do 4 different colours in this range. So the espresso cups are £7.50 each, or you can buy 2 for £12, so get a bargain then. So I've also got a very large bowl here that's made from the dark clay, and it's great as a serving bowl, or for putting fruit in, or even putting your keys in. I've got a range of the white jugs. They're all slightly different, so you can have a small one that's just £10 and a large one is £20.